We begin today by confronting a frustration that many of you carry in absolute silence, a quiet weight that follows you from the moment you wake up until the moment you lay your head down at night. It is the kind of deep-seated irritation that no expensive mouthwash seems to fix, no matter how minty or professional the bottle looks. You know the feeling? The persistent bad breath that returns just hours after cleaning, that metallic taste that lingers at the back of your throat, and the bleeding gums that feel like a constant red warning sign every time you brush. It starts as a small concern, but it grows into a persistent anxiety. You notice a growing sensitivity in teeth that once felt strong and unbreakable, and underneath all of it, there's a quiet, gnawing fear. It is the fear of losing control over your own body. The fear that your health is slipping through your fingers despite your best efforts. You look in the mirror and wonder why. Despite following every rule you've been told, your mouth feels like a battlefield you are slowly losing. As we guide this story today, I want to lead you to question something you've always believed to be an absolute truth. We have been conditioned to think that the answer to oral health is mechanical. We are told to brush harder, to floss more aggressively, or to spend more and more money at the dentist on deep cleanings and painful procedures. But what if that was never the real solution? I want to slowly reveal to you that these symptoms, the breath, the blood, the sensitivity, are not random occurrences. They are not just bad luck or aging. They are signals. They are the body's way of screaming that something is wrong. They are signals of a profound internal imbalance that most people have never been taught to recognize, much less fix. We spend our lives treating the smoke, never realizing that there is a fire burning deep within the foundation of our health. When you start to connect the dots, everything begins to feel natural, like a puzzle finally coming together. If you look closely, you will see how bad breath, weak gums, and sensitive teeth often share the exact same root as other unrelated problems. Have you ever noticed that people with chronic oral issues also struggle with digestive discomfort, bloating, or heavy feeling after eating? Have you noticed the correlation between gum health and persistent sinus problems or recurring allergies that seem to flare up for no reason? This is because the mouth is not an isolated island. It is not a separate entity from the rest of your being. It is a mirror, a reflection of what is happening much deeper inside the body. When the environment inside you is out of sync, the mouth is simply the first place where the cracks begin to show. This brings us to a vital shift in perspective, the new mechanism that explains everything you've been going through. The real issue may not be your hygiene habits at all. You could be the most diligent flosser in the world and still suffer if your internal ecosystem is compromised. The true culprit is the delicate, invisible balance of bacteria in both the mouth and the gut. We have been taught to kill all bacteria, to use harsh chemicals to sanitize our mouths, but in doing so, we have destroyed the beneficial life that protects us. When the harmful bacteria take over, they create a biofilm that no toothbrush can fully reach. This realization is a discovery. It explains why so many people feel like their body is off, even when they try to do everything right. It isn't that you are failing, it's that the tools you've been given are incomplete. Because I know how exhausting this cycle is, I want to pause here to offer a direct path out of this frustration. If you are tired of dealing with constant bad breath that destroys your confidence, bleeding gums that worry you every morning, and the genuine fear of losing your teeth even after spending a fortune on dental treatments, there is a simple, focused method you need to see. You can find it right now in the first link in the description. This is for those who are ready to stop managing symptoms and start addressing the cause. Continuing deeper into this narrative, we must understand that this imbalance doesn't happen overnight. It is a slow, silent buildup. It builds over years, through habits we thought were harmless, through diets high in hidden sugars and processed acids, and through environmental factors that most people completely ignore. We live in a world that is constantly stripping away our natural defenses. We use soaps, pastes, and waters that are designed to be sterile, but our bodies thrive on balance, not sterility. When we ignore the hidden factors, the imbalance deepens, affecting our energy, our immunity, and our breath. But here's the light at the end of the tunnel. Restoring that balance can be much simpler than it seems. It doesn't require a complete life overhaul or thousands of dollars in surgery. It often comes down to focusing on one specific, powerful daily habit that works from the inside out to repopulate your body with the strength it needs to heal itself. This leads us to a second realization. When your body is out of balance, it manifests in ways that affect your entire quality of life. If you feel like your digestion is sluggish, if your sinuses are always congested, or if you are fighting allergies and oral problems that never fully go away, you're experiencing a systemic cry for help. For those who want a comprehensive roadmap to fixing this entire internal environment, I've placed a complete guide in the pinned comment below. This guide is for the person who wants to reclaim their health from the roots up, ensuring that every part of their system, from the gut to the gums, is functioning in perfect harmony. As we move toward the conclusion of this journey, I want you to feel a sense of clarity and relief wash over you. The fear you've been carrying doesn't have to be your permanent reality. This is not about quick fixes, hacks, or temporary masks that hide the smell for an hour. This is about a fundamental shift in how you understand your body. There's a growing mountain of evidence and clinical studies pointing to this internal bacterial balance as the absolute key to oral longevity. When you support your body's natural ecology, the results are transformative. Small, consistent changes can restore not only your dental health, but your entire sense of confidence. You can speak to people closely again without fear. You can eat without pain. You can reclaim that quiet certainty that you are in control of your health. The path forward is real, and it is accessible to you right now. We are replacing the confusion of the past with a clear understanding of the future. The fear of what if is being replaced by the knowledge of how to. You no longer have to be a victim of your own biology. By choosing to look deeper, by choosing to address the internal environment rather than just the surface, you are taking the first step toward a total transformation. This is the end of the frustration and the beginning of a new, vibrant chapter for your health. To ensure we cover the full depth of this transformation, we must look at how the modern lifestyle acts as a constant drain on our oral vitality. Every day, we are exposed to microstressors that tip the scale toward inflammation. This inflammation isn't just a local problem in the gums, it's a systemic fire. When your gums bleed, it's an open door for that inflammation to travel through your bloodstream, affecting your heart, your brain, and your joints. This is why the discovery of the bacterial balance is so revolutionary. It's the master key. When you fix the mouth, you're essentially providing a shield for the rest of your vital organs. Imagine waking up with a mouth that feels fresh, not because you just brushed, but because your body is naturally clean. Imagine the peace of mind knowing that your teeth are anchored in healthy, resilient tissue that isn't receding or weakening. The science of the microbiome has advanced so much that we now know that the mouth is the gatekeeper of the entire digestive tract. If the gatekeeper is sick, the entire house is at risk. This is why people who struggle with reflux or IBS often find that their dental health is the first thing to decline. By focusing on the new mechanism of bacterial repopulation, you aren't just fixing a smile, you are renovating the entire gatehouse of your health. It is a profound shift from a war on bacteria to a stewardship of health. This mindset shift is what separates those who struggle forever from those who find lasting, permanent relief. As you move forward today, remember that the most powerful changes are often the ones that start small. One habit, one shift in perspective, one choice to look at the first link in the description or the pinned comment can be the catalyst for a life without dental anxiety. You have the power to change the narrative of your health. No more hiding your smile, no more covering your mouth when you laugh, and no more dreading the dentist's chair. The path is clear, the evidence is there, and the transformation is waiting for you to claim it. We must also consider the psychological toll that these issues take. It's not just the physical pain, it's the social withdrawal. It's the way you stand a little further back during a conversation, or the way you check your breath in your hand a dozen times a day. This constant state of hypervigilance drains your mental energy. When you finally address the root cause, you aren't just getting your health back. You're getting your personality back. You're getting your freedom back. The relief of knowing that you are clean from the inside out is one of the most empowering feelings a person can experience. It restores a sense of dignity that chronic health issues often steal away. This journey toward internal balance is supported by the latest breakthroughs in nutritional science and probiotic research. We are learning that the body has an incredible capacity to heal when we stop interfering with its natural processes and start providing the specific building blocks it needs. By moving away from harsh alcohol-based products and towards solutions that nourish the good flora, we are finally working with nature instead of against it. This is the difference between a garden that is constantly being poisoned and a garden that is being carefully cultivated. Your mouth is that garden. And today is the day you stop the poisoning and start the cultivation. In every story of health, there is a turning point. For many, that turning point is right now. It's the moment you realize that the old way isn't working and that a new path exists. It's the moment you decide that you deserve to feel good, to look good, and to live without the shadow of health fears hanging over you. Take this information, use the resources provided in the description and the pinned comment, and begin the process of restoration. The clarity you feel right now is the first sign that you're moving in the right direction. Trust that feeling. Trust that your body wants to be healthy, and that with the right guidance, it will find its way back to perfection. We close this narrative with a vision of your future self, a version of you that breathes deeply and confidently, whose smile is a source of pride rather than a source of shame, and whose body feels vibrant and aligned. This isn't a dream, it's a biological reality that is within your reach. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and for you, that step is understanding that your mouth is the window to your soul and the guardian of your health. Treat it with the respect it deserves, address the internal balance, and watch as your entire world changes for the better. The path is open, the The solution is here. It is time to step into a new era of health and confidence. As we conclude, remember that the information you've gathered here today is a tool, a powerful one, but a tool only works if it is used. Don't let this be just another video you watched or another text you read. Let it be the moment everything changed. Let it be the moment you stopped accepting good enough and started demanding excellence for your health. You have the map, you have the direction, and you have the support. Now, all that's left is to take action. Go to the links, read the guides, and start your journey toward total internal balance today. Your future self will thank you for the courage you showed in this moment. The transformation is not just possible, it is inevitable if you follow the path. Stay focused, stay committed, and enjoy the incredible feeling of a body in perfect harmony. The connection between the gut and the oral cavity is a highway of information. When you nourish one, you inevitably heal the other. This holistic approach is the only way to ensure that your results aren't just a flash in the pan. We are looking for lifelong health, for teeth that stay with you until your final days, and for a spirit that isn't weighed down by the small problems that become big problems over time. You are now part of a growing community of people who refuse to settle for the standard, failing advice. You are a seeker of truth and a builder of health. Keep moving forward, keep questioning the old norms, and keep prioritizing the internal balance that makes everything else possible. Your health is your greatest wealth, and today you have invested in it wisely. Finally, let the quiet certainty of your progress be your guide. You don't need to shout it from the rooftops yet. Just feel it in the way your mouth feels fresher tomorrow morning and the way your gums stop protesting the brush. These small wins will pile up until they become a mountain of proof. You're on the right track. The confusion is gone, the fear is fading, and the path is clear. Walk it with confidence. Reclaim your control. Restore your balance. Your transformation starts now.